CTV family. Catch us live on your TV screens.
Catch us live on your TV screens, and today we are celebrating, honoring and profiling people that are doing amazing things, and rather not just people but organizations, non-profit organizations that are bringing change about in our communities. And we are joined by Mr. Patric Solomons from Molo, Shongololo. Sir, how are you doing today? And thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me, and
Please
I'm very happy that you have asked me to join you today. I'm very honored. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Your organization focuses on child protection and victim empowerment. Please tell us more about that.
Well, we are a child rights organization, so we're registered, so we have to comply with all the government regulations to run an organization that works with children. Because what we find is very important that you actually register and that you comply with the regulations. Because it helps to protect children as well as the people that work for the organization. If they're properly registered, they adhere to all the sort of regulations that you have to have. Like, for example, the Child Protection Register, you know, like the police clearance and all that kind of stuff. So we do that, and then of course we work with children. We work with a group of children who are sexually abused and exploited, and we provide sort of support empowerment services to them. And then we also work with children to try and, where we inform and educate them about their rights and their responsibilities and do life skills work with them. And then we also work with their parents, right? So we try to provide an opportunity for parents to talk about children, to talk about their children, and also to learn about children's rights issues, and also about the new regulations that we have, and the new laws and policies that is out there. Because we find that a lot of people don't know about these things, and therefore they are unable to use it to protect themselves and their children. So our work has been going on for more than 40 years. So we have been part of the child rights development process in South Africa, from an apartheid sort of state to a post-apartheid state now. And I'm afraid we are not doing very well. We've got lots of great laws for children and lots of programs for children, but somehow we're still not doing too well. Too many children are having a hard time. Too many children are being abused. Too many children are hungry. And too many children are being abused by the people who are supposed to protect them, like their parents, like the adults around them. And then also we find that children themselves become abusers, right? And that is actually very, very sad.
You mentioned that a lot of people are not aware of these laws that are in place to protect the children. What do you think that needs to be done to educate the public, and also what can we do as the public to maybe try to access such information?
I think we need to create more awareness around children and children's rights, for example. And we need to make sure that, for one, our education system embrace programs where children already from early age onwards learn about their rights in schools, in curricula, learn about things that will affect them one day, because they will turn out to be parents. And nowadays, far too many of our children become parents when they're still children. So if people learn about what their responsibilities are to be a parent, right, it will help them when they become parents. And of course, also our men. They get away with murder, basically. Boys and men get away with murder, right? They have sex, they have babies, and then they abandon the children when the children are born, right? And that is a massive problem, right? 40% of the children that we work with don't have fathers.
And that's a reality for most children in South Africa. What are some of the services that are offered under Molo Shongololo? If a child comes to you and come from a home that has been abused, what kind of services or what forms of way are you available to assist the children with?
Yeah, the first thing is you have to find out exactly what happened, right? So you've got to make sure that you get the correct information about the child. And many of our children don't have proper birth certificates, for example, or have proper documentation, so that is already a problem. So you've got to find out exactly who the child is, the age group, all the data about the child. You also have to find out exactly what happened. What is the situation of the child, right? What is the reason why the child is there, right? So you've got to find those, and then you've got to find out what is the conditions of where the child lives, is it safe, and all that kind of stuff. So you do an assessment. So the first thing is in the assessment. If you do a proper assessment, then you will be able to do a proper intervention. Unfortunately, a lot of people are unable to do a proper assessment, either because of lack of information, and lack of support, for example, and then our children begin to fall through the by the wayside, right, and fall through the cracks. And then, of course, we provide basic counseling for children. So we would have counseling sessions with children, one-on-one, and also group and therapeutic work, also with their parents.
We are running out of time. I'd like to please give the details of the organization for people who want to follow very quickly.
Well, they can get us on our Facebook page. It's very easy. Many people go on Facebook, so they can go there. It's just Molo Shongololo. And then, of course, also they can call us directly. It's 021-448-5421.
Thank you so much. As you guys know, we are celebrating World Potato Day today. And let's see what Ulwa, the princess of presenting, got up to in the kitchen and what they can do with potatoes.